We gotta do better than this.
Breaking news, we have a major update about the shooting in Manhattan yesterday. It has now been confirmed that the CEO of Blackstone Real Estate Income Trust, Wesley LePatner, was killed in the shooting. Blackstone Real Estate Income Trust is a subsidiary of the larger Blackstone Financial Manager, which you might have heard of because they have been buying up single-family homes across America and artificially increasing housing prices for the entire country. If you haven't already, go watch my previous video because we theorized that an executive was killed based on how the media was already portraying the narrative of what unfolded yesterday. And now, despite the fact that we know that a CEO was killed, the mainstream media, most of the articles are telling you that he was targeting the NFL, despite the fact that the NFL isn't housed on the 33rd floor where he went to go shoot someone.
Right?
And right now they're burying headlines about the CEO being among those killed, and they're downplaying her position in the company. I will be meticulously following the story and calling out the mainstream media for trying to paint a different narrative.
Okay. This woman was the global head of core real estate and the chief executive officer of the Blackstone Real Estate Income Trust. She was a somebody. Okay, she was a somebody. She was a somebody. Okay. All right. Responsible for taking over $48 billion of residential housing off the market and renting, specifically targeting areas with high immigration rates so they have a Section 8 to rent. Ooh, don't say that now. That's the net asset. Total assets, 2017, 93% occupancy rate, 49% leverage ratio. Okay, 95.5 real estate to debt. Let's see here. South 70%. No. Okay, South 37%, West 28%, East 20%, Midwest 10. Okay, property sector, multifamily 20%. This is where your illegals will come in, right? Single family, that could be illegals as well. Student housing, affordable housing, that's low income as well. Ooh, this is getting spooky. This is getting spooky. Okay. Yeah, please don't believe this man went to the NFL over some damn CTE. Let's not do this. So 2008, a picture of Ghislaine and Steven Schwartzman. Okay. So this is it here. So a major investment firm has Jewish leadership, including CEO Steven Schwartzman. So that's him here with Ghislaine back in 2008. It's all tied. And you want to sit here and tell me Ghislaine is somewhere sitting in a federal prison demanding she gets her conviction overturned? Okay, gotcha. Okay. So let's see. Significant ties to Israel, such as donations and an office in Tel Aviv. But no, okay. So 33rd floor, right? I guess they say he shot himself in the chest, right? And that's what they did to keep him. It's not funny, but it's funny. You know? All right, make of it what thou wilt. Make of it what thou wilt. Make of it what thou wilt. Okay, BlackRock and Blackstone are the same. They were one and then decided to split into two for separate projects. One owns everything, one manages the ownership of everything. BlackRock sued UHC for approving too many claims right after their CEO got killed. Okay, the story, yeah, BlackRock was a spinoff from Blackstone back in the 90s, and now they are converging again. Look at who's above them both. It's the same people, but okay. All right, okay. Let's see what this thread says. So, top Blackstone executive, blah, blah, blah. So was an NYPD officer doing private protection work. So was a building manager at Rudin, a firm co-owning the skyscraper where it happened. So, okay, it was a rupture inside the core of the real estate power, but instead of grappling with they said it was about football. Yeah, the shooter, they claim, left a note blaming the NFL for brain trauma. Mind you, they say he played high school and football. Like, we're not gonna do this. A vague, disjointed quote about CTE has become an entire narrative. Okay. He didn't attack a stadium or a sports exec. He killed people inside a tower that functions as a citadel of landlord capitalism. Okay, they called her mother too, but Wesley LePatner wasn't just a parent. She was the CEO of Bright, a $70 billion real estate machine at the core of Blackstone's empire, a fund that mass buys housing, jacks up rents, and turns homes into dividends. Mainstream coverage calls her warm leader a mom. No mention of the tenants displaced, the neighborhoods gutted, the equity extracted. This just isn't erasure, it's narrative control. They soften capital with femininity. They mourn landlords, never the people they evict. The off-duty NYPD officer was working private protection, not protecting the public, protecting elite capital. The story is being scrubbed of class, of structure, of rage. Okay. This massacre happened inside the belly of landlord power, and that's exactly why they refused to name it. And don't forget, LePatner wasn't just a landlord; she was a high-ranking figure in the UJA Federation, one of the largest Zionist philanthropic machines in the U.S. She led a solidarity mission to Israel during the genocide in Gaza. Through Blackstone, she helped funnel billions into Israeli surveillance, real estate, and tech. Apartheid is a slow genocide, and her hands weren't clean. Oh no, sis, with the receipts. The shooter's family lost their home in a 2022 foreclosure over $1,185 in taxes. Their equity was wiped, their future stolen, and now the son walks to Blackstone's tower with the rifle. They want to call it madness, but it sounds like a lot like motive. What? And here is the judgment. Here's the judgment. Cuyahoga County court finds that the due plaintiff on the delinquent land tax certificate, the sum of $1,185.24, please all taxes, assessment, penalties, and interest accruing between the date of delinquent land tax certificate and the date of the confirmation of the sheriff's sale on plaintiff's claims of foreclosure of its lien for delinquent taxes. The court finds in favor of the plaintiff. The court adopts the magistrate's decision of February 16, 2022, granting plaintiff a decree of foreclosure on the premises commonly known as 3440, that address there, in Cleveland, Ohio. It is therefore ordered. That's why he drove from where he drove from, right? From Vegas all the way to New York. Okay. It is therefore ordered, adjudged, and decreed that the within action shall proceed according to chapters 5721 and 5722 of the Ohio Revised Code. It is further ordered that unless prior to the filing of an entry confirming the sale, there it is, tendered to the county treasurer an amount sufficient to pay the full amount of all taxes, assessments, penalties, interest, and other charges it may, if any, found to be due and unpaid on said parcel, together with all costs incurred in this proceeding, there shall be no further equity of redemptions. Wow. Okay. There it is there.